Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the monthly reading for the month of August 2021 for all of the signs. For the reading, I'll be using the Light Seers deck by Chris Ann, and we'll be pulling an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so please take the messages that resonate. If the messages don't resonate, then I encourage you to watch your sun, not just your sun reading, but your moon and your rising. And also, do keep in mind that for you to get a truly personalized reading, right, focusing on you, what's going on in your life, you would need to get a private reading from me. To everybody who has been here for a while, just a big thank you to all of you. It really does mean a lot to have you here on the channel. And for new viewers, I'm very happy that you found me here and hope that you enjoy the reading. And if you do, that you will give it a like and possibly subscribe. All right, so I will stop for now and we'll see each of the signs in a second for the reading. Hi Leo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. I have been shuffling off camera, but I will give the deck a few more shuffles here. So what are the messages for Leo for the month of August 2021? Fire sign Leo, what does Leo need to know? What are the messages? What are the energies surrounding Leo? Okay, that one feels like it's ready. That was quick. Here we go. Okay, so at the center of your spread, we have the King of Pentacles, crossed by the Sun, beautiful, number 19 of the Major Arcana. In the deep past, you have the Page of Swords. Recent past, the Fool, Major Arcana number, this is the 0 of the Major Arcana. Crowning you, you have the Knight of Wands. In your near future, the 5 of Swords. You appear as Major Arcana number 18, the Moon. Surrounding you in your environment or how others are viewing you, you have the 9 of Wands. Your hopes and fears, Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel. It's a Wheel of Fortune. And the outbound energy for the month, you have the Queen of Swords. And bottom of the deck, overall energy, you have the 7 of Cups with, underneath that, the High Priestess. So a need to focus, right, to get your head sort of out of the clouds, to make a decision about something, because that's really what, the 7 of Cups is all about, having too many choices, right? You can see here that obviously each of these, they're turned upside down on this card, but each cup has something, right, that this person has to sort of look at and weigh up the options, right? And so it's, kind of looking at them and deciding which one is going to be the right one for you at this time. So I need to make choices to get out of like that daydreamy type of energy, because sometimes with the 7 of Cups, if we're there like, oh, that one might be like this one might be good, that one might be bad, I might like this, I might like that, until we actually choose one of them, we don't progress, we don't get anywhere, right? Unless you actually make a choice, you're not moving forward. So there's a need to make a decision about something. And with the High Priestess showing up, and I love this High Priestess, I think she's so beautiful. With her showing up underneath, there's definitely a need to, tap into your intuition. And we have like the double kind of intuition here with the moon showing up, or you showing up as the moon, I should say, right? The moon is very much about intuition, things coming to light, finding out, sort of uncovering secrets, but there's a big focus on, obviously, the moon on the card, but intuition, right? Paying attention to those synchronicities, signs, messages coming through, especially at nighttime in your dreams. A big focus on intuition and paying attention to those inner messages coming to you throughout the month. Now, another thing, you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, if we count this High Priestess, you have 5 out of, since it's an extra one, out of 11 cards. So nearly half of your spread made up by major arcana. So that's significant. When you have that amount of major arcana show up, it really shows that, you know, there are a lot of things going on this month that are out of your control, right? It's sort of the universe stepping in, lots of, you know, kind of things happening behind the scenes, again with this moon card, that you might not necessarily see or understand at first, right? But just know that there are things going on, right? So even though you might not see them physically, there's a lot being set up behind the scenes for you. So if we start here with the King of Pentacles, I mean, he is King Midas, right? He has that Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. So there's a great amount of, or a great focus on, or a great amount of financial stability at the center of your spread. You might be dealing with an older earth sign individual. If you are, this would typically be more of an older male, even though it doesn't necessarily have to be male. It could be male or female. Could be a father figure, father of your children, but an earth sign. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And, you know, he knows how to make money. He knows how to hold on to his money. You know, it's very stable energy. And it's crossed by probably the most positive card in the entire deck, the Sun. This is like, you know, it looks almost like a sun here, this pentacle, right? And we have this beautiful sun crossing it. And the sun really, when it comes out in a spread, and especially, you know, sitting at the center of your spread, it just shows, you know, shines its light on everything and really brightens and enlightens and raises the vibration of everything around it. So even though we have this 5 of Swords sitting next to it, right, this sun kind of cancels that out because it's just positivity. So this is success, this is good health, vitality, positivity. And it's interesting because you have both the sun and the moon showing up in the spread. So we'll get to this in a second. But yeah, great success. Success to do with the way that you earn money, the work that you do, could have to do with your job. There's some type of success at hand. And now in the deep past, this Page of Swords is usually news coming in, right? Pages bring in news about something. Pages are typically younger energy. So it could be a child, just could be somebody who's younger than you are, air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But you can see here, it's news that, you know, it's sort of clarity of mind. It's bringing in something that clears up a situation. You see she's carrying, instead of like balloons, she has these light bulbs. So this clarity of mind, she's reading a book. So there's knowledge coming in, just some news that came in. And it could be to do with truth. And you see she's walking across, right, the sword of truth. So there's some truth that came in, something that you found out about in the deep past that was really like this sort of aha moment, this, you know, defining moment that set you off on a brand new beginning, because you have in the recent past the Fool. So this could have been, you know, a new cycle as far as the work that you do. This could have been a new cycle as far as, you know, you yourself. So starting like a, you know, a new cycle, like not revamping or reinventing yourself, right? Whether this is for a job, you know, something along those lines, or, you know, it could be to do with going back to the 7 of Cups, just having to pick that one thing, you know, okay, I'm going to pick this career path, or I'm going to pick this opportunity, and then trusting, you know, you can see on this Fool card, she is so trusting in the universe that the universe has her back, that she's falling off the cliff backwards, right? We have the divine geometry going on down here. So this new opportunity or new cycle that began for you, and, you know, I think that you're just feeling very excited about everything. You know, this I feel is just you showing up very much in your own energy. This Knight of Wands, usually the knights, they bring in gifts, offerings. With the Knight of Wands, it can be like a, you know, an offer of like say a new business venture or a new creative endeavor. It can be a new job offer, right? But it can also just be, you know, sort of this new just very exciting, very vibrant energy. And I think it's just you feeling very good about kind of where you're heading, where you're going, what you're doing now. I feel is more in line with, who you really are as a person. So you just showing up very, very strongly here in your spread, in your own reading, which is great, right? Now, this Five of Swords, you can see by the look on the man's face, it's typically not the best of energies because it is, it is a card of conflict. You can see there's, like, they've had a battle here, right? But he's not holding any swords anymore. That person isn't holding any swords, right? But he's holding his head. I mean, he's obviously weary. He's tired of the battle. So, it is it's a card of conflict, but it's mental energy, right? It's cerebral. So the Suit of Swords has to do with the mind. It's, it's our thoughts. It's also communication, how we get that our thoughts across to other people. So there could be some type of disagreement, with this showing up here, and it does come in the near future. And this disagreement, it might leave you feeling like a bit, battle scarred or tired, needing to sort of get away, retreat. And I think that has something to do with, this moon card showing up, like you showing up as the moon. You can see it's like she's allowing herself to just be submerged in the water here. And so it's like she's taking this, it's like she's frozen in time almost. Is taking the time out to, to reflect, to think about things. Because usually the moon, it has to do with, like I was saying before, it can be the dreams, like your dream state. So paying attention to messages coming through at nighttime. It can also be about hidden things coming to light, right? And different than the sun, which obviously shines its light, brings light and warmth and healing to a situation. The moon, it casts shadows. And so that's why it's so important that we tune into our own, intuition in order to sort of figure things out. So it doesn't show us everything, right? We have to kind of rely on our inner knowing, right, with this card. So definitely a very intuitive month for you. Definitely pay attention to signs, synchronicities, insects, animals showing up, repeating numbers, things like that. That pay attention to what's going on around you when that happens, what you're thinking when that happens. Okay, so little signs and synchronicity is quite significant for you this month. And this is another, the Nine of Wands in your environment or how others are viewing you. It's another card of conflict in the sense that, it's like there's one last hurdle, one last battle, one last obstacle that you have to face before reaching, the 10, before being able to complete this particular cycle. But she doesn't give up. I love her face, right? She's just so determined, right? And it's more fire energy, so more of your own energy here, Leo. But she knows that there's like one last thing that she has to do before she can reach the where she's trying to go, her destination. And you have that in your hopes and fears. This wheel, I mean, this is a 10, right? It's the 10 of the major arcana, but it's all about endings and ending a particularly difficult cycle, but then, a brand new cycle coming in. So we have that with the wheel. We had it here with the Fool, right? And we have more clarity of mind coming in with this Queen of Swords as you head out of the month. So again, could be a person. If it is, this would typically be more of an older, obviously she appears here as a queen. So it could be your own mother, a mother figure, mother of your children, but an air sign individual. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And she's sometimes referred to as like the divorced woman card, divorcee, because she's seen a lot, been through a lot, been through the battles, right? But she has, been able to kind of stand up for herself, get her point across. She doesn't put up with any crap from anybody, right? She states her truth. She's heading in, you can see she's very focused, heading in this, she's heading east here, but heading in this one direction, or at least looking east. And she's carrying the sword of truth. So there's truth again coming in here. So something to do with, uncovering truth. It could be your own truth, has to do with other people maybe. And, going back to this Five of Swords, yes, it's a card of conflict, right? Could be also about, some type of loss or experiencing loss. But there's also this sort of message of needing to work on yourself, build your skills, build your confidence with this, right? So you might be, this might be what you need to do as you sort of move through this final battle or obstacle or thing that you have to get over before you're able to, move forward with the Queen of Swords here at the end of the month. Now let's go ahead and pull you an additional oracle card. Let's see what other message we have for the sign of Leo. So what else does Leo need to know? One additional message for the month of August for the sign of Leo. What does Leo need to know? Okay, well, we have two of them there. So we have first light, beginning a new cycle. Yes, I just said that with the Fool and the Wheel. I love it when the cards are like, yes, I said what I said. And wise leader, you are a beacon for others. That's interesting because it looks like she's carrying, it's like a cross between sort of a sword and a wand here. But then we have this reference to fire, the wand that she's carrying in her hand. And she's also staring off into the distance, right? And we have the one kind of staring this way and the other one staring the other way. But it says, you are a beacon for others. Without reading the full description for both cards, let me find my guidebook here. Hold on one second. Let me just pick out the main things. Obviously, with it first light, we're talking about new cycles beginning, but it says, a new day has begun in your life. You are at the beginning of a new cycle. It's time to release the old and start again. Wipe the slate clean. Although it's often difficult to release familiar routines, situations, or relationships that no longer empower you, it's now time to set your sights on the future and let go of the past. Yeah, so needing to release the past in order to begin this new cycle. And you do have, references to this beautiful new cycle in the spread itself. And then wise leader says, you are a leader. You carry a wisdom and radiance that inspires others. Even if you're not always aware of the depth of wisdom within you, it's emerging by leaps and bounds. This is a time to step into your power and take a role of leadership. You are ready. Grab the reins, make decisions. It's okay if you're not 100% sure. Make decisions anyway. It's what a leader does. So interesting, right? Very interesting. But we have, this kind of very empowered, the High Priestess here. We have this Nine of Wands, standing your ground, sort of, I'm ready for whatever comes next. One last battle or obstacle. And then, this wise leader, I think it's just very much this Queen of Swords. So you embodying the, taking on the energy of this Queen of Swords, who she's all about, she's a very rational thinker, right? So she has the sword of truth. She's good at making decisions. She's forward facing here. So new paths and trusting in your own, in your own leadership, right? And your ability to lead others. So very good reading for you. I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of August. Bye for now.